If you run an IT services company, what would it be like to generate six-figure clients on demand and with predictability? Now let that sink in for a second. Multiple six-figure clients each year with predictability. Those numbers would be impressive, right? But even more impressive would be having a system in place so that you could repeat that growth on an ongoing basis. Now, who doesn't want their business to have a predictable system for acquiring two, three, even five of your highest value clients that consistently generate high cash flows, give you more predictability in your business, and a higher degree of freedom? Now that we have created a system that we call the focused growth experience, and it's a process of exponential growth that all IT services companies want, but very few have. Most rely on trial and error to find consistent growth, and even those who find some success this way live in a constant state of fear that it all may grind to a halt at any moment. And why is that? Because they haven't created a predictable system for attracting and closing high-value clients. My name is Marguerite Fleming, and in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share exactly how I've helped clients to create this predictable system for generating two, three, or even five new six-figure clients every year, and how you can do the same. But first, let me tell you a story of a client of mine, Joe Mercadante from JP Merck. Now, 10 years ago, Joe's business was stalled around $500,000 a year, and he just after 3 years he couldn't get past that plateau, and he just couldn't figure out a way to get more growth. So when we started working together, we focused in on building a growth system specifically targeting JP Merck's ideal new client. We found a niche for him, which I'll get into later, and we launched the system. And Joe started acquiring high-value clients that are still contributing to his bottom line today. So although he's doing well over $1.5 million, almost $2 million a year, when he started getting successful, he stopped the system. And this is a big issue with many people who see some real growth and they see some real success with the system. But he says that if he had continued that system, he thinks he would be double or triple the size that he is today. So he's now putting back that predictable system in place as he really decided to continue to grow his business at a high level. So it's really exciting. Now, Joe's story highlights a point that I'm sure you've noticed if you're in the IT services business. The point is that people are looking for profit who often fall into one of two categories. They're either diggers or they're growers. Diggers are people who just keep digging deeper and deeper, hoping to eventually strike it rich. And they do the same things over and over again, and even at times find a chunk of profit, but most of their time is just spent digging in a straight line without ever knowing if they're headed in the right direction. Growers think differently. They don't dig holes, they invest in fields, and they know there are forces and systems in places that help to bring them growth, and they use it to their advantage. Now, growers always seem to be making more money and spending less and less time doing it. And at GrowthFinder, we help diggers to become growers, and we help growers to become even better. Now, you could be a grower like another one of our clients, David Mills. Now, David started working with us to help his VARs to drive six-figure sales of his new MSP software at that time. Now, we were able to help him acquire hundreds of new VARs, which is awesome, that drove the hundreds of thousands of dollars of software each one, and it drove an additional, it's really helped to grow his business, and he generated millions and millions of dollars in sales from all of these new VARs that came in. So if you are an IT services provider or a software reseller looking to have a predictable way to generate clients on demand and explode your business to the next growth level, then you're definitely in the right place here. And if you get started on your path to more growth, here are some ways that GrowthFinder can help you get your clients that we've learned from the years and years in the IT industry, speaking with hundreds of IT professionals. First, we've already talked about the biggest mistake most IT services companies make when it comes to getting clients. They just don't have a good system. And I just can't say enough about it. You really, really have to have a predictable growth system. And our focused growth system gets you red hot leads, it gets you more high paying clients, and it also helps you get more money from each client. And we're going to talk about how we do this in just a moment. Second, there are two things that high-ticket IT services companies have in place that businesses that don't get that or who are struggling just do not have. They have a well-defined niche, and they know their numbers, and not just any numbers. They know two specific figures. They know exactly the cost to generate a qualified appointment, and they know exactly the cost to conduct an initial sales meeting. Okay? They know their numbers. When you have a system for generating leads and have a well-defined niche and you know that these two numbers, growth becomes measurable and attainable. And it all comes down to managing your system and reaping the rewards. Now, you've heard me talk a lot about having a system, so you might be wondering, so what does a system really look like? And this is where targeting the right niche comes in. And it all really starts there. Targeting only high value niche clients who are ready to buy now. And we send these dream clients the right message that strikes a nerve and generates a response. We describe their pain points in a vivid way that makes them feel like you tore a page out of their personal diary. You just know them so well, and surely they feel like you have an answer to their problem. Once we get their attention, we prove that we can solve it by providing a case study, testimonials, checklists, and that builds trust and positions you as an expert in your field. And we then ask them to reach out to us if they'd like additional help. Now, the result of executing this correctly is that you'll have a predictable way to generate 2, 3, 5 or more high-ticket clients every year. Now, that sounds great, right? But you might be asking yourself, so how exactly do I find my niche or these high-value clients, and what is exactly that perfect message? That's exactly what we do. We work with you to build a custom-tailored strategy and execution plan to target high-value clients who are ready to buy now and build a system that takes traffic and converts it into high-ticket paying customers in a predictable, down-to-the-dollar, day-to-day fashion. And now, for a limited time, if you are a managed service provider who offers monthly services to clients, an IT consultant or coach providing information or coaching, or an IT service-based business that does break and fix, reselling, or any other service to the end user client, we're offering you 30 minutes of free private marketing strategy consultation, where I'll speak with you personally to identify what you've already got, help you to put together a strategy to dramatically grow your business, and without increasing the amount of time that you spend in your business on marketing. Now, this is for people who truly value helping other people, who know that they're good at what they do and truly believe that they can dominate their marketplace and make a high 6-figure, even 7-figure income doing it. It's for people who know that growth requires investment. So this is a good chance to explain who this is really not for. This opportunity isn't for people who are just starting out. So you really have to have an existing business and be really good at what you do. It's not for people who make excuses and complain, and people who don't, want to take charge of their own life and business. It's not for them. It's not for people who are stuck in information gathering mode and are not prepared to take action and get results. And it's definitely not for anyone who's not serious about growing their business by another $100,000 to $1 million in sales over the next 12 months. Knowing that we're a good fit is crucial because we all want to get our clients results and work with them long term. And to do that, you need to see a quick ROI on your investment. And the truth is that there are some people who we cannot help. And if that's the case, I'm just going to be 100% upfront with you and suggest an alternative solution. We're only looking for those people who are committed to investing in their own growth. And if you think that's you, the first step is to complete an application for a private strategy session. This application is necessary to determine that we can help you generate results and that you're ready to commit and do the work required to generate those results. Now, once I receive your application, we're going to schedule a time to conduct your strategy session. And at the end of the call, one of two things are going to happen. You'll either be a good fit and I'll extend an invitation to work with us. And if that's a good fit, that's great. There's no, and if there's not a good fit, there's no obligations and we'll just walk away. So you're after this meeting, you're still going to walk away no matter what happens with newfound clarity on where you are right now, what's holding you back from achieving the results that you want. And not only that, you're also going to see the exact steps that you need to take in order to break through your barriers. It's likely going to be the most valuable 30 minutes you invest in your business all year. So either way, whether we end up working together or not. So let's go ahead, and complete your application now, and let's just see if we're a good fit for doing business together. Now, we've already had many IT service providers apply in the last 30 days, so this opportunity is extremely limited because of the intense one-on-one time needed in order to provide you with results. And that means this window of opportunity won't be available for long. And what we have found is that those who make decisions quickly and can act on them are most likely to get results and the most likely to become our best clients for years to come. So if you feel that that's you, go ahead, apply right now and see if you qualify, and then follow the instructions on the next page. Thank you so much for listening.